We're back with another episode on a new Project 93 that Lucas and I are working on. So today we've got quite a few things to do. In the last video, we diagnosed the car, realized it has a bad transmission. Basically what happened was coolant was mixing with the transmission fluid and caused the transmission to go bad. So we do have a new radiator we're going to be putting in as well, because that radiator might be bad and it wouldn't hurt to replace it anyways. On the way out, we did also mess up a couple things. This mount ended up getting broken, so we got a new one of these. It's the mount that goes right in there. We also kind of twisted up this ABS line right here pretty bad, so Lucas went to the yard, got us a new one of those. The big thing we're working on over here currently is the wiring harness on the new transmission got pretty messed up. So Lucas and our buddy Sebastian went ahead and swapped the wiring harness from the old transmission over to the new one. So what we got to do now is just clean this up and reseal it, put her right back on there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready to put in the car. Sweet, so we got this all cleaned up, and I'm gonna put the gasket maker on here and then put it on here. It's supposed to be torqued down to about 18 foot-pounds per whis, so it's interesting. Neither of us have done anything like this before, so
got 9 bolts.
9 bolts for the 9.3. I think I only got 8 bolts there, dude.
Hold on. Uh-oh. It'll be fine.
We'll find it.
All right.
Sweet. We got the cover on over here, all torqued down, looking nice and good. We just popped off the downpipe on the old motor because we got to put it on the new motor.
The old catalytic converter.
Don't need those.
So unfortunately, we did snap one of the studs on the bottom. No bueno, but we'll get it fixed.
A little bit of persuasion with some heat and a hammer, and we got this old stud out, so that's great. Now Lucas and I are just swapping this bracket that goes on the back of the transmission right here. It's different between the 2003 and 2011 because the subframes are different. So Lucas is thinking if we just swap the 03 bracket onto the 11 motor, we should be good. Downpipe is attached, everything's on. This motor's ready to go. We're just gonna pop out the axle real quick, and everything's ready to go in here. All the stuff we broke has been replaced. Wheels are off, car's jacked up again, so it's time to swap this new motor in. Got 2 axles here. All the mounts are in, by the way, so Lucas is working on that axle while I'm gonna do the other one. And old axle. New one. Sounds quite a bit better. This is like a shake weight. We're losing sunlight, so we're gonna be done for the day here. But all the motor mounts are back in. We got the axles in, they just need to be zapped down, all the suspension back together. So most of the stuff we gotta do now is just everything else, pretty much. But we're gonna get to that another day.
3 days later.
New day here. Lucas made an unfortunate discovery. So this connector here plugs in right down there. It's different between the 2003 and 2011. So long story short, what we're gonna have to do is swap the entire engine harness. The 03 harness under the 11 motor. That also means we're gonna have to swap out things like the throttle body, the fuel rail and injectors, all that. But we're gonna get to doing that now.
Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion, following the light that sets me
Big update here. Everything is back together. We've got a long list of things we need to order from Saab parts, like a vacuum pump kit, power steering pump kit, this new vacuum line that I just replaced on mine. We definitely need a new valve cover gasket, as Lucas was pointing out. All these plugs had a bit of oil on them when we pulled them out from down here. So we're gonna actually probably put the plugs from the old motor back in here because they were fine, as well as the coils from that too. And then we'll probably order new spark plugs just to be safe. Everything is completely back together. We just got the coil packs, swapped the spark plugs from the old motor back in, and we just need to do fluids now. So we're gonna do that and hopefully take this thing for a drive.
I never thought of any reason, a doubt about us, and now I'm right back at the start. Halfway through a bottle, baby, and nothing to know. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy.
Car's all back together. We just finished putting trans fluid in. We didn't fill it up the whole way yet because we're not sure exactly how much it'll need. So we're just gonna hopefully start it up, see how it goes. We got our new radiator in here as well. I know some of you recommended replacing that. Lucas had a spare laying around, so new radiator is in. But I think we're gonna try and start her up, see what happens. Moment of truth here. Ready?
Well, that didn't sound good at all.
Yeah. Nothing. Something's messed up. So this is an 11 starter. This is an 03 starter. There's an extra post right here.
For the ground.
For the ground on the 03 starter. So we didn't have anywhere to put this ground. We tried just putting it on one of the brackets for the wiring harness here. We think that might be our issue. So we're going to try and put the 03 starter back on it. Even though they look slightly different, you can tell the 03 one is just bigger and the gear inside is a little bit different as well. But we're going to see if it works. That's currently our only option. New starter in, the grounds are all hooked up. Let's see. No way, dude. Hell yes. Look at that. Dude, nice job. Boom. I can't believe that was it. That's freaking awesome.
Like a champ with the 11 injectors and everything.
Right, yeah, so we put the 11 injectors in here like Lucas just mentioned, and we figured we might need to do a tune update for this. So far it seems to be idling fine though, all healthy. We're gonna get a lot of steam and smoke though. Oh yeah, she smells good. We leaking anything?
Good.
All right, I think we're gonna end the video here, guys. Motor's back in. We're gonna let it run a bit. We're gonna have to top off the trans fluid, let everything smoke off, clean up this mess, and then next video we'll take it for a drive and hope everything's fixed. Big shout out to Lucas as always for his help.
Yeah,
And our project is making some progress, I think.
Take it easy.